Hello and welcome back to another video. Uh, yeah, so last video we left off at the cobalt and the nickel. So this episode we are going to build a drill rig so we can get cobalt and nickel and refine it, and we need to do more there to finish off all the heavy armor on the ship. And we're also going to build some custom turrets on the underneath of the actual the Blue Phoenix for a bit of defense underneath there, because there's no weaponry underneath the ship. Yes, we have weaponry underneath the big red station there, but if we're leaving the station at the asteroid to fly off and do a bit of reconnaissance and exploration, we need a little bit more weaponry on the ship. So let's get stuck into it right now. Right. So where are we going to? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We are going to disconnect the ship from this. I'm actually going to dock the ship onto the... We'll get all this closer, right? And I am actually going to put a drill rig off the front of this here. Maybe off the bottom of it, actually. Yeah, I'll probably run a drill rig off the bottom of it here. I can go into the asteroid and we'll use this as our... Actually, do you know what? This is the front of this station, so I might actually run a drill rig off this. We can run a drill rig out through here. There should be a connector in here. Oh, right, disconnected that. Yeah, we'll run a drill rig out off that. For drilling out the ores. There's no ore detector on this. I'm gonna have to put an ore detector on this. Right, let's disconnect the turn on thing. So let's disconnect the Blue Phoenix from the production module. I think we'll park up here on this little rock. Actually liking the way this ship is turning out. There's more changes we're going to make to it as the series goes on. Park that here. And we jump out. I'm actually going to put the airlock script onto this for the doors. Actually, speaking of airlock, do I have the rotary airlock doors on this? Do I? No, I don't. Right, so let's go over here. We'll slide this over and we'll get a drill rig on it, and we will work our way on that, and we will try our best to get some cobalt and nickel. Right, so thrusters, need to turn them all on. The gyro seems to be off. Right. Now spin this around. Oh, I actually don't need a ore detector because the ore detector is walking through the antennas on this. Is there an ore detector on this? That's not how you spell ore. No, there is not. Okay, so this is walking through the antennas on the ship. So we don't need to put an ore detector on this. No point in wasting resources. So we need to find out where the cobalt is. Yeah, I'm thinking of turning this into a backup ship. But if I do take on any enemies and the Blue Phoenix gets destroyed, we'll have this to fall back on. I think that's a good idea. For the moment, it's my... Okay, I'm gonna need lights. In here. Oh, looks like there's cobalt at the surface there. Right, I think I need to take some stuff off this ship as well. I need to like this antenna on top can come off. in here. I think there's more antennas on the back of this here that can come off that is not needed. Oh, down the bottom there. Right, we'll take this off. We'll be right back as soon as we make a bit of progress here. Oh, conveyor tube. Now we want a hinge. Or a. Like so. And we want a piston. Oh no, it's gonna, oh, it shouldn't fall because we're in 0G. What we go. There's one hinge. We're gonna go with another piston. Like so. Then we're gonna go with a double hinge. Right, so I'm gonna rename these two hinges. So we'll call this one mid hinge space 1. Enter. And we call this one mid hinge space 2. Did I put space in that one there, did I did. Right. And we'll call this one we'll go with top hinge. Now there's no other pistons aren't on this rig, isn't there? No other pistons, no. Oh, we only have the two pistons here. What I want to do is take this 0.7. Alright, we're gonna go like that. And then we're gonna go with our I'm gonna go with the super ship tools. And for the super ship drills, you really only need one. Because these drill out a huge amount. Right, so let's go. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. That's the pistons built. So I want to get some lights on this so we can see what we're doing. So we got. Do I have the lights selected on the... I'll just go. We'll go with lights and we will take this out and we will go with... We'll go put them here. Right, shift and the mouse button to put them into production. And you know what I might do? Because that drill is so low down, we might stick a camera on here somewhere to be able to see what I'm doing. The question is, where will I put the camera? I'll put the camera right there. Camera. Yeah, there we go. Right, so now we can view through the camera. Right, now let's try this out. Oh, I need to put a window back there as well. Right, so we go G and we go hinge. Right, so what we got? Oh, actually need to set that up on a group. So these need to be on a group. Mid hinge. Here we go with pistons, and we will go with drill pistons. So then we're gonna go G, And we are going to go groups. We're gonna go mid hinge, and we're gonna go reverse, and we're gonna go build pistons, and we're gonna go reverse. We're gonna go block tools, and we're gonna go this. Now we're gonna look for the camera. We're gonna go through to view. Right, so 4. And if we go, oh, sorry, my mistake. I need to jump back out. We go K hinge, and we go mid hinge. Now we add the top hinge and save. We'll send the drill out. Put the camera on. Yeah, I wonder how much cobalt is in this. Oh, there's very little cobalt on this asteroid here. Unless there's more on it somewhere else. Alright, so that's that done. So let's go and check the refinery. Right, and the refinery is... Right, like it in the stone force. We've got 2k cobalt. Not much, but we'll find more. Oh, there's cobalt down there, so we're gonna come down here and we'll check out the cobalt down below. Oh, that's not looking good. It looks like it's actually in the asteroid. Right, so let's aim ourselves towards the cobalt here, and we'll see if we can clear out some stone to get to it. I don't think we're gonna get to it, because as far as I know, from that hinge into that, if I had 5 pistons, I would reach about 72 kilometers or 72 meters. 72 kilometers, yeah, Jesus Christ, you want about 500 pistons for that. Yeah, but if I had 5 pistons, I'd probably reach in about 72 meters. So let me try and get as close to the ore as I can. What we'll do is we clear away. Now you see the distance on this? We'll clear away a lot of the stone here. Oh, we'll try and get closer. I really like these super tools, super ship tools. Oh, there it is, right there. That's not too bad. So let's come back out of camera for a sec. A bit closer. Then we hit the drill. We're gonna hit number 2. Let's get ourselves some cobalt. Now, there we go. So we got 17k cobalt. We got 25k stone. So that stone's gonna get some iron. So we're gonna have a look now and see if we can get this nickel here. And then we need to find some uranium for the reactors and for ammunition for the likes of the what's it called? Artillery guns and stuff like that for their artillery ammunition. Now let's head up to the ship. Let's have a look what we have in here. Don't tell me I've damaged blocks down there now. Yeah. Which means I'm after destroying a lot of that. Must have hit the rock too hard and damaged the piston head, which is unfortunate. Oh, we've 125k cobalt. I didn't see that. Okay, so we've more cobalt than I thought we had. We've less nickel than I thought we had. Okay, but a lot more cobalt than I thought I had. So 147, 192. That's 200 and... 335, 387 and 50, so over 400,000 K cobalt. It's good. Now let's go back up the ship, but let's start refining. There's more nickel on the far side. Right, yeah, that's that done. Right, let's Right, the refinery is working on the cobalt and nickel, so let's find placements on here for some. I'm going to do custom turrets, because I think the custom turrets will fit a little bit better on the underneath here. Probably under this wing here. Unfortunately, the ship was designed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we have a middle. This is the middle ish. This is the middle here. First things first. Let's. Windows, and we're gonna go with these ones here. This door is in the way, so I need to move this door out a block. I'll do the same thing here. Right. I'm gonna make this airtight, and actually, I don't need. What if I do this? I don't need those doors. I don't want to use corridors, so I want to leave everything a little bit open. I'm going to block this off because that's not airtight. We will block that. So we're gonna go 7. Right now, one of those welders will weld that up there. So we'll turn them on from here because I don't want to die. I forgot to turn the meteor storms off. Oh, that open tide is close. Right, I take it this is what's letting the air out. So we'll see if we can we'll just show a block there like this. We do the same thing around here. Let's see if this works. 1. We weld this up. Okay, so we're still not airtight for some reason. Why aren't we airtight? I've no oxygen tank on this ship either. Right, I need to put an oxygen tank on this ship. And I might use the... whatchamacallit? The slab oxygen tank. The lab oxygen tank. Now. Now let's head back over and we'll dock back up and siphon the oxygen out of the tank. Right, now let's get this up and dock it right here. And we will siphon the oxygen from the module onto the ship. Right now, okay. Oxygen tank and stockpile. Oh, it's already on. We fill this up. And there we go. Alright. Now, we still don't have oxygen in the ship for some reason. Why haven't I got oxygen? Right now. That should be it. Oh. Well, I need to make a change here. I think. Oh, do I have a leak finder on this way? Yeah, I do. Oh, it's going up through there. Oh, yeah, dope. Yeah, right. Right. We have to change this pipe work around. I wonder if that welder is airtight. We'll find out now. No, it's not. Damn. The welder is not airtight, so what I can do is... There we go. Now we're airtight. Right now, so that is full. Ship is airtight. Pilots are moving away. We have a big empty space over here. Now, what I actually might do is move the medical bay back into that corner, because it's sort of in the way there. And this area is heavy armored. Right, so put that here. We will get the medical bay. We have one here. Place it right there. Right, so we put that here. And let's make some modifications to this. We have a bed on that side. Don't really need beds. Maybe we'll put some of these windows in. I like to do that with them. Now, right, that sort of opens up this area a little bit. Right now, let's see what way the inventory is going here for our refinery. So basic refinery turned off. It is. There we go. We are making cobalt, or sorry, metal grid. We need to be making metal plate as well. Right. Right. So what we will do is we will see. We have what nickel do we have now? Before we go anywhere. Right. So we've 282,000 nickel. We've a lot of stone, we've a lot of cobalt. We're gonna go looking for some uranium now. So there's ice over there. We don't really... Do we need to get ice? No, the ice is 24 kilometers that way. We have... Oh, we've ice 8 kilometers away, so we've ice over here. No, we're not gonna head to that. We're gonna go looking for uranium. So we'll be back in a minute when we find some uranium. Let's see, nickel or gold on that one. Oh, uranium, lovely one. We have uranium here, we've ice, we've iron, and we've silicon. Right, so we will actually mine all of this. And we'll get ourselves some uranium, which is good. As soon as this ship comes to a stop. Right, let's jump down to the red station / ship / mining rig, and we will... I need to fix that window as well. Right, I think I'm gonna go and get this uranium first, so we come down. We have a look. We need to add a little bit more maneuverability to this ship. So we're gonna go uranium first, then we're gonna grab ice, we'll grab the iron and then the silicon, and we'll head back to the ship. There's actually iron on the underside there, we can get that because it's at the surface. Right, now let's get as much uranium as we can. I think we'll just mine all of this. Get it out of here and move on to the iron and the silicon. I'm taking a lot of stone. Maybe should I put some starters and connectors on to spit out a lot of stone that I don't need. Right, there's more uranium there down below. Let's have a look what we got. Nearly 70k uranium. That's what I'm looking for. I think the next thing on the agenda, when we weld up all the other ship, all the heavy armor that's not finished, I think what I'll do is I'll make a couple of custom turrets. Why can't this bend down? Yeah, we'll make a couple of custom turrets and put them on the blue ship. Might put a couple on this as well. Now we need to find magnesium so we can make more ammunition, like bullets and all that. We've over 160k. That's grand. Right, so we will go with which is closer to us. We go, the ice seems to be closer. So we go for the ice. I think it is on the far side of this asteroid. Let's clear away some of the rock here. See if we're getting closer to the ice. Oh, there we go. There's the ice. And let's click through. I reckon one pass in with this drill will be plenty of ice. We'll grab the silicon. Yeah, I can grab the iron, it's right below me. That was lucky. We went looking for uranium and we found it on the very first asteroid we got there. I would almost think I planned that, but I didn't. Just literally got lucky. Yeah, so I think the comment made on, because we're so lucky after finding this uranium, I think the comment made on the other video by DRPG Phil G, or at the real Phil G, he said those decoy blocks look like a pair of dice. If names are available for that station, I'd like to submit the Lucky Pirate Station. So because we were lucky finding uranium, I think that's what we'll go with here. So we'll change the name of this right now. To the Lucky Pirate Station. There we go. And okay. So that's the name of this now, is the Lucky Pirate Station. Thank you for the comment, Phil. With all the stone we have as well in the ship, before I start getting rid of it, it's gonna give us a decent amount of silicon and nickel and iron and gravel or reactors, because I want to build a large reactor. Right. Okay, I'm not damaging my piston because there's stuff stuck in the drill there now, so I need to go and repair that. Yeah. Right. Oh, I've only got 3% oxygen. Right. We will get a little bit of iron. Maybe we can find it. I'll head back to this ship. Just grab all this iron here, and that's us done in this area. Let me grab these two little nibbles here.
Anything you can do to draw attention, only that's like a little nibble like this. A nibble goes a long way, girlfriend.
Right, now let's head back to the ship. That's all the ores that we want mined. Where's the back of the ship? It's that way. Don't need to spin around. So we'll be back as soon as we're docked. Oh, we've a mining carriage refit out there. That's one of my refits. I might capture that and combine it with this station It's getting closer to me as well, so I'll get closer and I'll grab it. But the one thing about that mining carriage is, one, there's ore on it. Probably ore we don't have, but there's ore nonetheless. And two, it has a lot of cargo storage. We'll go and get him now. And we are going to see one of my refit ships now for the first time. So this is from Air Mod, the NPC. What's it called again? The NPC ship refit mod. Right now, get me grinder out. Right, and this is the refit. So we need to pack that and pack that. Okay. Now, let me see if hey, there we go. It's owned by nobody, so we go control all. And we go transfer to me. And we go yes. Let's weld these back up. Let's see if that's on by me. Yeah, everything's on by me. Now, so we'll have a look at this ship. I'm not gonna weld up the remote control. Right, so there we go. And this is the mining carriage refit that I built. Videos on my channel. Go and have a look. This is my first time actually capturing one. It's my first time capturing one of my ships on this world. There's our logo. Right now. Hang on a sec. Right now, we've captured this. I'll lose my ship. I think it's down this way. Yeah, there it is there. That was a lucky guess. Actually, let's check see what this ship has. Okay, so we have uranium, platinum, silicon, cobalt, magnesium. We need magnesium. Magnesium. Oh, a small bit of gold. A bit of iron, some ice. That's a decent little haul on this ship. Right, let's get back here and we'll do something with it. The thing about these ships, they are extremely fast acceleration, but not good for stopping. I found it the hard way a couple of times. But we'll take our time with this. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll turn off some of these GPSs as well that we've already passed. Actually, we'll turn them all off except for Ireland 1. Not the lead, just turn them off. There you go. Don't want to be too cluttered on the screen, it gets very messy. Right, so I say it'd be easier if I bring this around here. And we will go here. We'll dock the ship onto this. It's easier to fly the ship because it's a little bit faster than the station. I have to change this and put the airlock script on. Right now, dock this. Yeah, Randall made another comment. I'm looking at the ship here now with this orientation. Randall made another comment saying that I should move the bridge about 5 blocks forward. On to make like a gooseneck hallway is basically what we're saying. Design so it'll help the ship not appear as bulky. You know, I might take him up on that. I might do that. Not now. I might do that. We'll dock this back. Where's this ship? So where am I going to actually connect this to? I want to connect this to the back of that ship. Right, so if I line this up. We'll have to get a little bit more firepower now. Right, so leave it there just for a sec. I'll have a look. Right. Let me get a couple of temporary blocks in here. Because if we grind that pipe off, I'm going to disconnect the there we go. So that's all connected now. So if I grind this off, and if I grind this off, and I go pipe, we pull this back a bit, put a pipe on it. And we go pipe there, and we'll get our weld plates. And we're gonna go 1, and we're gonna go 2. And so my refineries can work on all the ores in there as well and pull them through. And there we go. Not exploded, so we're all good. So that's this ship connected up to that. And what we'll do, hang on a sec. What we'll do is we will leave it here for today. And we will be back next week when we will start by putting custom turrets on the ship, give it a little bit more firepower, and we'll hopefully refine all the materials at a large reactor to give us more power. That's all gonna be next week. Finish basically designing the Blue Phoenix. What I'm standing on is gonna be my backup ship, because I know for the fact how am I gonna tear the Blue Phoenix apart when I find them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are going to destroy it. So I'll need a fallback ship. Right, so if you like what you're seeing, give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe down below. And if you have something to say, just comment. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you very much.